I mean, we vamped the hell out. We vamped big time there. But I believe we are now back.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. And as you can see, Immortal Core is in Dark World digging. Oh, that's called some Moon Pearl. Was in Agina's cave.
Yeah, our tracker, Arterel, really doing a great job kind of listing out everything in chat for us. Cackwell had a glove, Sick Kid had the hammer, Library had the flute, Mushroom was in the forest drop down. We had 2 bottles, Moon Pearl and Agina. First bow and Ice Rod, or our bow was in Ice Rod Cave, and our silver arrows were in the Waterfall Fairy. So loaded starts.
All right, we have a Master Sword, a Cane of Samaria, and $20. But thank you, Saha, for that gift.
Yeah, awesome equipment so far for everybody. You know, definitely tons of options. Unfortunately, by the looks of it, GGW does not have a bow right now and is into Eastern Palace. Unfortunately, knowing that first bow is in Ice Rod Cave, or not first bow, the bow. Remember, this is SGL settings, so only one bow.
Yeah, we definitely had some divergent paths there so far.
Sorry, Arterel is playing a bit of catch up here and does tell us that GGW has the bow, so all 3 of our runners do have it.
Yeah, and shout out to our tracker Arturo, keeping us on track with everything.
And in terms of the crystal pendant layout, what we do know is we have 3 crystals in the light world. Green pendant, Pals of Darkness, Pendant Swamp, and Pendant Skull. And it looks like what our red crystals are Ice and Mire. Or wait, is that wrong?
Is this even randomized? So it looks like Ganon's Gone Wild is hoping that the 3rd item in Eastern is on the boss.
Worthwhile gamble, for sure. I mean, the hardest part about this, you know, we're talking about this in part as a daily race where, you know, our runners are kind of just in this to have a little bit of fun, but we're gonna see our runners be getting ready for the a tournament in this sense, and you know, to get through the qualifiers, you're gonna have to beat some pretty tough competition, and sometimes these gambles are gonna be required.
Yes,
You
and
have a chance.
As we can see, that gamble did indeed turn out, because the 3rd item, which is a heart piece, which very partially loving Eastern Palace here, was indeed on the boss. It looked like Immortal Koi took a death trying to rescue the old man.
Yeah, real unfortunate with the dead rocks and the cabbages.
Yeah, the fortunate thing is that if you do take a death at that area, you just start back with the old man.
Now, I believe GGW does not have silvers at this point, so that's a little unfortunate. But gonna do that mushroom turn in. Hitsu and GGW both skipping out on the Pearl location at Agina, and it is one bow. It is this that silvers are out in the world, which are in the.
I think it was a Sunken Treasure, wasn't it?
I thought I heard it was Waterfall Fairy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, as we are, looks like we're converging here. We do have Hitsion heading up the mountain, see what's up there. Ganon's going well, getting their Moon Pearl. Immortal Koi, Hammer, and Dark World Access equipped, going into Village of Outcast. Fun.
Yeah, and Koi is going to check out the front of Skull Woods here. We'll see if we get anything nice out of this play.
Yeah, I like this play just cause that you don't have to worry about navigating back through that long trek just to get back to Village of Outcast. Check the first items, see if there's 2 items in the front. Well, she found the book, first item. That's gonna be probably good. That gives us desert access if we find a light source.
And Hitsu is going to be our third runner to get that pearl out of Agina's cave now.
So we have further divergence as we have Ganon's going well, heading to the pyramid, it looks like.
Yeah, and realistically, I think this route is going to kind of just go to pod after this. Maybe a quick trip to Quakefish, but I would more expect GGW to maybe go for pod here.
Yeah, I could see both of them being a good play. I believe that was our second item in Skull Woods. I believe it was.
I thought you said the book was the first?
Book was the first.
Gonna look at Bumper Ledge, and it is also nothing this time.
Yeah, we have Ganon heading to... there's a key in the big chest? Okay. We have Ganon heading to Quakefish. See if we pull anything here.
And Hitsu making a similar play over to the Eastern Dark World. And there goes GGW deciding to save and quit after finishing that up.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a clearable crystal in Thieves at this point, so probably don't want to gamble a pendant early.
Yes, we have Koi heading into Thieves Town. Now, Koi has not been to see Saha, so they don't have that Master Sword yet.
And really the bigger issue there is, of course, the lack of that Cane of Samaria, which is definitely required to complete this one. So the question did come up again, what is SGL21 mode or SGL21 mode? So these are the settings for the Speed Gaming Live tournament that is going to be coming up soon. It is practically a Kaz Boots with a modified hard pool for the items. So there is one bow in the pool. It's non-progressive bows. So the bow and the silvers are separate items. There's a maximum of tempered sword. There is a blue mail available. No half magic, only 2 bottles. Maximum of 14 hearts. And 1 shield. Am I missing anything?
Got the 2 bottles.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Some key differences, if you watch the main tourney that just concluded a little bit ago, the big difference is those 14 hearts are actually allocated a little differently. So in the main tourney, it was mostly heart containers that brought you up to 14 hearts. In the SGL, it's actually only, I believe, 3 of the heart containers are available, and it'll be mostly heart pieces required to get you up to 14 hearts.
Yeah, I think Saint Kark is also in the pool. of hearts that you can get.
So yeah, definitely, we're kind of seeing this a lot with some of these. I don't want to call them big name tournaments, but some of these ones that definitely have a bit of the more standard modes that get a lot of airtime in a sense. Have been pushing for a lot of these more hard settings.
Yeah, and the difference with once you get the cap, there are still going to be some that are green 20s, but some of them will also be replaced by blue rupees.
Yeah, to
And
kind of
also,
differentiate and give you an idea of what you're actually finding.
yeah, and also there is no half magic. Whenever that is found, it will be a small magic decanter. Can't remember if he said that or not. It's not.
I did not, so good call.
Yeah, that's the one that's gonna trick people up whenever they're casting. It's like, oh wait, there's no half magic. Whenever you open it, it's just a small magic.
I mean, how many times did we see it during the main tourney where a runner would see silver arrows just hanging out in the world and go, "Oh right," and get completely fooled?
Or even worse, you see it descend from the sky, and there's a hook shot in the chess game right there.
Yeah, nice find. I see Koi in Thieves. Did Koi not go do chess game yet? I'm kind of
No,
surprised.
Koi went straight to Thieves. Koi did Sea House, went into Thieves, so I'm pretty sure that Koi will finish taking on Blind, getting the first crystal of the game, and then go get that hook shot.
Yeah, Koi will get his first crystal. GGW and Hitsu both getting theirs at Eastern.
And I don't think there was anything of note. There's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Imagine Thieves Town full of money.
Never. Where'd they get it all?
Oh, they have a legitimate business, don't you know that?
I was unaware. By the way, I have to just shout out Koi on that nice little spin speed off of the Thieves Town steps.
Yes, that's something that I always forget, is that you can actually set up spin speed there. So that's some good game knowledge from Immortal Koi.
Yeah, I mean, big shout outs to Koi. Was definitely one of the, if I'm not mistaken, I think Koi did miss the cutoff for main tourney, but definitely put in some of the most races I think we saw out of the qualifiers.
Yeah, I believe so. And speaking of putting in work, Koi just got their Master Sword. So whenever Hitzion and GGW head to the brewery, they will have Tempered.
Yeah, that's quite a free tempered sword for this one. That fourth sword, of course, we probably will not see, as it will be replaced after you find the third.
Not necessarily. Koi could still find that fourth one.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we don't know. This East Death Mountain could have our fourth sword.
So we just going to go ahead and see what we need at 30 minutes in. We definitely need. Well, we technically don't need the flippers. They are required, but technically we don't need them.
Imagine thinking you need flippers, right?
Hey, what did we just get? Flippers.
They don't exist.
I mean, technically, I guess for silvers you need them as well, but we're speedrunners. What do we know about not breaking the game?
Exactly. I think the motto of this game has always been, logic, yeah, who cares?
Okay, what was that? That $5 there. That was weird. Up on the floating island.
I missed it. What happened?
So up on Floating Island, it looked like it was $5. It might have been a shield, actually.
Well, given that we do have a shield already, that would be an uncollectible shield. So, the devs definitely have ways to kind of make things look a little different, depending on what you do and do not have.
Yeah, and Koi going up to Hera. That's Hichion and GGW are finishing up Thieves Town. GGW is getting their temper sword now.
Now, the other piece we have here is that Koi finding out that Hera is technically fire-locked. The small key was in the main floor, and the the first item was in the basement. So we do have a vanilla big key for Tower of Hera. And Koi trying to set up for the Hera pot, unfortunately unable to get it. Definitely one of the more interesting techniques. And I think Koi realized what the problem might have been. I think he might have picked up an item dropped by the mini Moldorm in midair, which messes up your vertical your pixel values and can make it impossible to actually hit a Hera pot. So he exited the dungeon and went back in to reset this. And there you go.
You will see runners doing this differently. We have Koi doing it the bomb strap. Since this is cast boots, you will see some runners doing it with hook speed.
Hook speed for life.
There are different setups for this, and I enjoy every single one of them.
Yeah, we've actually had one very recently that's actually even easier of a Herapot setup. I believe it was Philistine found this one.
Yes,
as a kind of alternative method, and it definitely has been widely regarded as even easier to set up than the traditional bomb method.
Yeah, I believe it's setting it up on a different line, setting up your picks on a different line, and then just setting yourself up with the same peg and then just walking. Of course, it's a bit more technical than that, but
yeah. But that's just the easy details.
Yeah.
So Koi, having finished up with Tower of Hera, I believe we got both items out of there, is going to bring us now over to Spiral Cave.
Yeah, Blake that I missed that fight with Moldorm because he wasn't trolly today.
Yeah, nice use of hammer strats by Koi there. But if this doesn't pay out, I think the answer could actually be... I think there's a good chance we see Pod.
Ooh, there's a fire rod there.
Was that fire? I thought it was ice. But I'm not entirely sure.
You might have a point. It might have been fire rod. Our tracker's saying fire rod.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes with palette swap.
Yes, it is. And Raiders from Speed Gaming 4, welcome in. You are tuning into the Speed Gaming daily race for Links to the Past Randomizer. We are running the SGL settings, which is modified casual boots. And now we have Koi getting their bow, setting up that water walk. Even though they have flippers, it's much faster to run on the water.
Yeah, just has to watch out for any shallow water, as shallow water will knock you out of the boots water walking. So as you can see, Koi just avoiding some of those shallower waters. We'll see if Koi kind of illustrates this and does actually avoid the shallow pool there to stay.
And that definitely is a fire right there.
Yeah, I must say the palette swap now with this game is really much improved over some of the past iterations of it. So we're seeing it a lot more from runners. Some of the older palette swaps were not exactly the most visually appealing, is the way to put it, I think.
Yeah, as much as I see it, I personally cannot do it. I mean, even commentating today, it's like, oh, is that an ice rod or a fire rod? Because it blends in so well. Alright, and we do have Ganon's going well, setting up that the hook speed Harapot here.
And using pause buffers to kind of set this up better. So some people will just go, I'm just going to go for it, and I'll repeat the motion until I get it. And GGW showing us a different way with that pause buffer. And there we go, nicely done.
Yes. Would you say that some people just like kind of eat themselves at the pot?
I am definitely the type who eats myself at the pot. So I don't usually describe it that way, but that's, I mean, I can see the description. And Hitsu also doing the bonk bomb. If you bonk directly in that corner of the bottom of the two pegs there, and that'll put you at the perfect pixel for the bomb, and then you just have to set up the second one.
No, we do see Immortal Koi heading to pod. That play that we said that we would probably see here soon. I am surprised that Koi did not use that book and go into desert. Seeing as how we could go ahead and clear it.
Yeah, I would. I agree. Desert seems like the more appealing play here. But it's only 2 items, so tough call. And Hitsu having to dance a little bit around Moldorm there. Did not get him, but was definitely going for him.
There is an item in Big Chest. Did miss that.
Okay. It's a hard ask to want to go back to Hera Basement, honestly. That is a long run back up the mountain and across to Hera. And I don't blame anybody for abandoning it.
Okay, so Mortal Koi did get a key, but opting to go to the Bowlock side. Ooh, and Koi might have made a good decision coming here, because there are our Titansmids.
Pendant pod paying off again today.
Who would have thunk?
I know a lot of people who would.
Alright, that is our third pod small key. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, we are guaranteed at least 4 small keys in the front of this dungeon. Oh, hey, a 4th. Do I hear 5?
And we get 5.
Nope. We got our 2 items.
Yep. I hear there's a fabled 6 key front.
It definitely happens. We just don't see it too frequently. And yes, at this point, we are needing an ice rod and at least 1 medallion for the condition known as go.
Yes, and we do see GDW and Hitsuyan doing the desert play. Go ahead and knocking out the crystal.
And really, this isn't a bad thing. I think the only thing I'd be concerned about if I was in Hitsu and GGW's position is, hopefully we don't get the mirror.
Yeah, that's like if Koi finds a mirror, then they just save themselves a pretty good amount of time.
But there is our first of the medallions.
The Harry Potter coin. Yeah, the downside to Koi's play, not that there really is, because we're speedrunners, we should know these things, is that Koi still doesn't have a lamp. In fact, I don't think any of these runners have a lamp.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, so we're not exactly sure where the logical piece is for that one. But technically, the myths were in logic, so who cares?
And I don't think we got to see Dark Basement. I think there's a kind of stutter on Koi's side there.
Yeah, had to go in and out of the dark maze, unfortunately. I think got a little bit off the normal path.
Boy, on 2 hearts here.
Luckily, we are at blue mail, so that helps at least a little bit.
Yes. I was hoping that would fill Koi up, that heart piece there.
Well, I don't know if Koi is going to want the refill here, because definitely without a mirror... Oh, we're going to walk... Is this a complete walkout, or...
Or are we just hoping... finding the fire? Oh, I missed the Lambo fight.
Yeah, Hitsu made quick work of Landmolus there.
Again, blinking, you missed these fights.
Yeah, with silver arrows, Landmolus did not stand a chance.
Yeah, I think Koi is trying to find the fire, but could not. Bombing himself to get the reset in the dungeon. And we'll continue on.
Yeah, heading back in for the Helmasaur King.
It is Green Pendant, so it is worth.
Yeah, I'm just, I wonder if maybe leaving right at that moment would have been the better play. I mean, but I think part of it is, Koi still has not gotten that Cane of Samaria yet out of Sahasrah's closet, so maybe, thinking I need something bigger than just the mitts at this point.
Yeah, so whenever Koi does turn in that Green Pendant, they will get not only tempered, but also that Cane of Samaria. As we do see Hitsion and GGW in the water doing their water checks, while they're kind of going back over each other's tracks. Give these runners a follow. Hitsion, Ganon's going wild, and Immortal Koi. They're putting on an amazing race for us today. Again, my co-com Rocco Sniper 99 a follow, and the man clicking the buttons, Arturo, covering 3 streams here, keeping us on track as we navigate today's game.
Yeah, Arturo really putting in the work here for us. During the earlier stream issues, was able to kind of keep an eye on, all the item finds, so we were able to kind of fill in some gaps. And of course, yeah, it's been fun working with you again, Mocha.
It's good to be back.
So, Hitsu and GGW both heading into Palace of Darkness now. Completely, definitely the play you'd want to make at this point.
Yeah, as we do see Immortal Koi on that Helmosaur King fight. Doing it the traditional hold sword out, hit with hammer. And then the one silver arrow in, and by Helmosaur King.
And for 5 rupees. And you know what? I think this kind of makes sense, I guess. You know, I kind of questioned the play for Koi, but having not done Sahasrahla, it's kind of easy now to go do Sahasrahla now.
Yeah, fully expect to save and quit right here, and then going to turn that in.
So I wonder, you know, GGW and Hitsu, do we see the opposite of getting the mitts and just going, nope? You know, just bailing.
I can see them doing that. Especially since it is in the front. I could see them completely bailing out to go do that.
Moment of truth on this green pendant. Was it required?
It was!
Oh my
God.
God.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
So now the question is, what do GGW and Hitsu do if either of them skips out after getting those mitts? This is a huge play.
That was cold, man. That was so cold.
I honestly thought, you know, that play from Koi might have bit him, but dang, that's required Ice Rod, and this could turn into a nasty hunt for the runners.
Yeah, that means that we need that mirror and whatever medallion requirements we need.
Well, we don't even need the mirror for this seed, actually.
Yes, we do.
Why?
Actually, no, we don't. We don't need mirror.
Yeah.
And we do see GGW possibly? Yes. GGW throwing the bomb and yeah, going.
Yeah, GGW and Hitsu both continuing. And Hitsu just showing off a little bit of tech there with the Samaria block clip.
Gotta love pod clip.
Yep. Pretty much all you need to do is you need to put a Samaria block on screen, put yourself along that edge at the bottom, and then just dash. And yeah, if this is a double ether seed, we're in go mode.
Yeah, I can definitely
Or
see
no
Koi.
mode, I guess.
Yeah, I could definitely see Koi after this. Or was Ether? Ether was
Desert Palace.
Desert. So yeah, I could see Koi going into Desert, beating Desert, fluting to see what the medallion requirement is.
Well, I would hope, you know, Koi is in Light World right now, so I would hope maybe we get first the Desert play and then flute into check out Meyer. But I guess part of the question becomes, you know, where maybe you get lucky and find the mirror.
Oh, and Hitsuyan saves and quits out.
Yeah, skipping out on that green pendant, that's going to be a rough one.
And same for GGW.
So, question, where's our fourth runner? Our fourth runner tonight was supposed to be, I believe was supposed to be Fear. Unfortunately, we had some restream issues that prevented us from being able to get Fear onto the restream. So unfortunately, we have been going with 3 runners tonight.
If Hitsuyan getting a green and a blue potion. Koi heading to Ice, which it seems like all of our runners are going to be converging on Ice Palace.
Not a bad play for sure. Easy, full clearable dungeon at this point. And unfortunately for Hitsu and GGW, thinking, hey, we might need a medallion and we need an ice rod, not knowing ice rod's really in a bad place.
Yeah. What would really be nice, even though we don't need it, if Koi finds that mirror, looping in Desert and Meyer in the same go, if that ether is indeed the requirement for Meyer.
And I do see chat talk about, you know, the dreaded FFs. Yeah, there was some chat in the race room before we got started tonight about, you know, our runners hopefully deciding to finish out no matter the results. So hopefully, you know, they get to go through it all. I know an ice rod hunt is definitely a least liked setup.
Yeah, I mean, if you like an ice rod hunt, why? But anyway, the runners should not. Chad, you're all for it, right? Obviously, we know where the ice rod is here. Yeah.
Yeah, Koi's in control of this one right now, just from the restream perspective. Yeah, and really what helped Koi was just, you know, setting up, or what I'm going to say is setting up for the Death Warp in Pod Dark Maze.
Yeah, and we did just get another fetch quest item with the powder.
Well, we got the mushroom already, so why not get powder?
Ooh, hits you on setting up for the bomb jump over here.
Yeah,
Very
nice.
nicely done.
Yeah, really slick play there to get over to Ice Tea Room without having to transition a few extra rooms. Which we are seeing at least from Koi here.
Yeah,
so this is definitely
Koi
a more... And GGW, you're right.
Yeah.
So pretty equivalent routes, to be honest, just because... for GGW and Koi, they both decided not to hit the switch and instead go through the big key door. I kind of like this strategy if you're going to full clear the dungeon anyway.
Oh, plus you have Kane.
And yeah, as Penguin's pointing out, if we did not already get the mitts out of there, probably would have been a bit more likely our runners would have definitely gone for that clear. But unfortunately, it is... Yeah, you get those mitts, and that just opens up too much of the rest of the game.
Ooh. GGW having to use that blue goo to finish off taking off the ice of Cold Stare.
Yeah, it looks like all of our runners having to use a potion to get through this fight.
Now we do see Koi saving some fire rod shots, using the sword beams to count as one of the shots. Time it just right, and you can get that fire rod and sword beam to count as two separate fire rod hits. But very, very good cold stares on each one of our runners' parts.
Yep. All of them taking down Cold Stare, so just moving right along for sure. But still, the big play here is that is that ice rod, and I don't know when you go back at this point.
Is Koi heading to? Yes, Koi's heading to King's Tomb. As we do have GGW and Marshed. And it's Quake.
Oh,
Quake is the medallion.
and here's that player that we were talking about earlier from Mortal Koi heading into Desert Palace. Gonna get that Ether Medallion, which we still don't know if we need.
Yeah, we do have GGW heading over towards East Down Mountain. Probably going to go into Dark World since I believe they have done Light World, East Death Mountain.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't get to see, of course, was Hera Basement, but I can't imagine we're going to see that anytime soon.
I don't know, if a runner feels desperate enough, they may go back and do it.
And here we go. We're going to get to see what that Turtle Rock Medallion is now from GGW. Was Ether required here?
No, we need 2 medallions, Steve. Oh my goodness. As Hitsion's doing the Smith chain.
So we are definitely not in go mode. We're 2 items from go now. Well, 2 items from no, I guess, would be more appropriate.
This seed, my friends, this seed. Well, if you wanted more rando, people, we're getting it tonight.
Yeah, we've still got plenty of options.
And of course, you know, TR under the carpet.
And unfortunately, without a mirror, we can't get in. We'd have to do a full save and quit to get it now.
I expect a Spike Cave check coming here soon.
Yeah, getting that cape out of on Dark Death Mountain. I really like this play from GGW to make sure to check this while he's here. And we're also getting a powder turn in from Hitsu. Unfortunately, Spike Cave having nothing for us today. And the bat pays us with...
And there's our mirror.
Wow.
Sniper.
Yeah. I know.
Hitsu can go to Swamp.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to go to Swamp at all?
I mean, that's 6 checks. That's 6 items in there.
Do you know what else we just got access to?
Don't say it.
I won't. I don't want to make chat too excited tonight.
Please don't say it.
I know. I'm sorry.
And we can see if it's actually needed as well.
I know, right? We can actually read it.
Hitsu is going to K45. Okay.
And yes, while the pedestal is not in logic, it could be something that forces our runners back in a pod a little quicker. So maybe reading the pedestal could help. And yeah, I mean, we know the lamp is somewhere relatively convenient.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah. And yeah, GGW and Hitsu both deciding to head into Swamp Palace here, it looks like.
Yeah, like I said, I don't blame them. It's 6 checks. But the only thing that will help this pay out is if the medallion is here.
At this point, we have seen both Quakefish and Zora, and both had nothing. So we are getting new checks from Hitsu and GGW. Now, while Koi can clear TR, unfortunately, our Bombos medallion is in Hookshot Cave. So Koi will have to kind of make the save and quit and return to get into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, which will beg the question, do we see Koi making another mountain climb?
I mean, it's a crystal dungeon, and you're going to be 1 medallion from go mode. Yeah, unfortunately, the advantage Hitsu and GGW have, you know, it does not apply here for Koi.
And Koi is taking that save and quit, not even going to Spike Cave, which is a benefit because it was just a piece of heart.
Yeah, I think this works really nicely for Koi, because if we see Koi head into TR, it could be the ability to just completely skip Spike Cave now.
Yeah, especially if Quake is in there.
But we still haven't really seen anything out of Swamp Palace. So there's still a chance. Really, it's going to come down to where Quake is now.
It could always be the chat stream.
I mean, I feel like chat's really gotten a dream here with the green pendant turn-in. Isn't that enough intrigue? And yeah, GFE pointing out in chat that unfortunately right now there is a bad situation for Koi, depending on if Mimic Cave has Quake.
That is a good point, because Koi will not be able to do it without that mirror.
Yeah, and that becomes, we talked about how Hitsu and GGW's last is green pendant. For Koi right now, it will be Mimic Cave. So 2 very, very different situations for each of them.
Did GGW not get the diver down here, or did they just reset the room?
Forgot to leave a bomb on the switch. Or the bomb explosion did not trigger the switch, so whatever the case, just didn't work out and had to redo it.
So, Sniper, where do you want this Quake medallion to be?
I mean, we could have it on that shovel.
Oh, and we have another fetch quest.
Fetch quests are so much fun. Don't you hear the excitement? Honestly, I don't have a preference for location. I think whatever it is, it's going to be... It's interesting. If I was hoping for a close race at this point, I'd almost speak the unspeakable.
Would you now?
If I want, that's the way this race gets close.
Okay, so Hitsion is going to see what's in the big chest. We did big chest here, which is just $20. But I just want to point out that GGW and Hitsion are both doing Diver Down different ways.
Yeah, a lot of methods to set that up. So really just a question of, how are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, I can do like both methods, even though not taking damage while doing it is typically preferred. But we do see GGW on the RRS fight, where Hitsion is heading here shortly.
And the question is, are we going to get anything out of Swamp Palace? Because I don't think I've seen a single item really making it worthwhile.
I mean, there's going to be an item falling here shortly that might be needed if chat really wants it to.
But nice fights there from both GGW and Hitsu to get a pendant. Unfortunately...
Quake!
Okay, there we go. That's it. This is go mode for Immortal Koi. So at 1 hour, 5 minutes, and about 20-ish seconds, Immortal Koi is into go mode.
So, yeah, Koi. Who needs a mirror anyway?
Right, who needs that mirror? Definitely not required, ever. Who needs a lamp?
Lamp is just a suggestion at this point. Alright, and we are going to have to see Laser Bridge today because we need a key. And there is our key.
And at this point, there's nothing that Immortal Koi is going to be looking for. We have the silvers, we have the blue mail, we have the tempered sword, we're on 11 hearts, we got both of our bottles. I don't know, can you think of anything you'd want?
I cannot think of anything. I mean, I hate Mara Basement in the dark. But again, who really needs a lamp? Now, we'll say that Koi would love to have that mirror for Ganon's Tower. And we'll talk about Ganon's Tower in just a little bit.
We still got a couple of crystals to knock out.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll talk about Ganon's Tower in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Koi would love that mirror for Ganon's Tower.
And chat mentioning, hey, would love to have half magic. Unfortunately for SGL21 settings, half magic does not exist.
Yeah, that half magic is gonna come out as a small magic decanter that I don't believe we've seen yet tonight. I'm pretty sure Koi would love to have that mirror right here as well, so they can just mirror and flute, but having to take that saving quit instead.
But yeah, one of the things pointed out by chat is that logically at this point, technically, you need Bombos Medallion to get into TR, to get Quake Medallion out of the big chest, Logically, the Trinex fight and the Helmasaur King fight were both locked by that lamp. So at this point, there's a high likelihood that our lamp is actually inside of Misery Mire.
I can't say I did not actually have that run through my brain already.
Yeah, so some of the logical requirements be really, just kind of highlighting how strong our runners are, to get around these things and understanding maybe logic is not always required.
Blue Boomerang would be nice.
They got the
just 'cause it
superior
is
boomerang
just-
already.
The red boomerang is just needed for that one room in pod to hit the switch. Blue boomerang is very much better, just so that way you can use that and the hook shot to hit the crystal switches in GT.
I've got my hill to die on, and it is that the red boomerang is better.
And we do have Koi. Oh, it's
a Godmire.
Godmire in the dark. Gotta love it.
Yeah, we'll probably get to see the rest of Mire from Hitsu and GGW.
Remind me, where was the powder? Was that on?
It was in Ice. Powder was in Ice Palace.
So technically, Lamp could also be in. Oh my goodness! What if Lamp is in Mimic Cave?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could technically have a required lamp on the Magic Bat. And no, we are capped at 14 hearts for this race.
Alright. We have half of our dark done. Oh my goodness.
I was going to say, Koi is through the hard part of the Dark Mire at this point. That first room is really the bear. After that, I won't call it easy, but definitely a lot simpler to get through.
Well, with Godmire, rooms 2 and 3 are a little bit easier because you don't have to hit the crystal switch.
And here we go, Koi into the fight against Vitreous. Going with some tempered spins. Nice NMG
today.
Yeah, just going with those the silver at the end, but skipping silvers for the rest of that fight. Interesting.
Hey Stopper.
Yeah.
Can you count
What's
to
up?
22?
I've tried, it's really difficult, but I usually attempt to. I don't like to count to 22. Do you like counting to 22?
I mean, I would rather count to 6, but the reason why we're saying count to 22 is because there are 22 checks in Gannis Tower where that big key can be. Put a number in chat between 1 and 22 where you think that big key is. I don't know if we have a poll started on evens or odds or over under 11, but where do you think that big key is? Stopper, where do you think it is?
The common choice I've always heard is go with 7. I heard you say 6, so is that your number?
My number is always, it's either 6 or 13.
Okay.
But the most common one I go with is 6.
And yes, we do have some people hoping for that 22 tower room location. And I do enjoy the fact that chat now kind of estimating how far behind Koi will the next runner be.
GGW is heading in the skull.
And I think this is like
skull.
almost like this is the safe play to also check Ped.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, we know Ped is nothing.
All right. Are we ready to count?
Here we go.
As soon as Koi goes in there, we're going to start at number 1. One is some arrows, 2 is a small key, and we will continue on to right side.
Yep. I like this play. If I get a small key, I definitely enjoy going in, check all the way to Compass Room.
Oh my goodness, Lamp is in Mimic Cave. I am not a witch.
Great find there for Hitsu. Unfortunately, completely unnecessary.
I'm a warlock, thank you very much. 3 is a piece of heart. 4 is some more sticks. 5 is 20 bucks. 6 is, oh my goodness.
Mocha, you said you're a warlock, but, you know, be honest. What happened? And yes, as Drossie's pointing out in chat, this was a logical pod. Double dip required. If you recall, our mitts were in the right side of House of Darkness. Ice Palace had our powder, and then Magic Bat had our mirror for Mimic Cave to have our lamp.
No, I was halfway thinking of running the seat tonight.
I do remember our discussion tonight about this.
I'm kind of glad I'm watching instead.
That's understandable. I don't blame you. Because I have to admit, I would have gotten hit by the same thing.
I think that was the sword that Hishion just got. Alright, so will we see this portal save scum? This portal scummed?
It's going to be really difficult to do so. A lot of deaths are going to be required to do so.
Yeah, we know where the ice rod is. It's not fun.
Yeah, so realistically, like, this is the logical play from Hitsu at this point. You know, go into Mire, hope you find it. We know it's not there, but we're going to get to see the 2 items out of Misery Mire that we missed earlier.
As we do have Koi in the gauntlet.
Yeah, through our first 3 gauntlet rooms, down to gauntlet 4.
At this ice physics and gauntlet is just mean.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, Koi has really been putting on a night. Has definitely been putting in time. Compliments to Koi for just the work that I know that he's been putting in since main tourney qualifiers.
Alright, now Koi can relax a little bit in the Wizrose rooms. These are like the most therapeutic rooms in the entire game. Just lay it on the block, activate it, and this room just swing and you're good.
So yes, while we are featuring 3 runners tonight, neglecting to mention the fact that we had 16 runners enter tonight's race. As soon as Immortal Koi finishes, we'll inform of any possible results from other runners. Up until that point, we do like to kind of keep the mystery alive.
So we do have Hitsion hitting the big chest. I didn't see if anything of note was in Meyer just yet.
Yeah, I don't think we've really seen anything out of Meyer. I mean, we know there's nothing really important at this point, since we've found every other great item. I think the only thing we never found was Bugnet.
How are we going to beat Aga then?
I don't know. Let me know when you figure that one out. Oh, and Burna.
Oh, we don't have Burna. We can't do lag strats on Ganon. Oh, I see that Mara was just very explosive today. And who's ready for their agronometry test today?
Nobody told me there was a test involved with this. I was told all I had to do was talk pretty and look good. And luckily, nobody can tell if I'm doing the looking good part.
Ooh, a good 1, 2, 3 there. For
yeah, nicely done from Immortal Koi.
And now it's time for Immortal Koi and there's Dark Zora Sprite to claim their stake at the top of the high roll evil counter and take down Ganon.
Yeah. And really nice one-on-one setup here from Koi. Getting that one cycle phase 1 and then just laying into Ganon for phase 2 here. Really nicely done. Like I said, this is just so much practice from Koi over the course of the main tourney qualifiers. Really showing off here.
Does Koi have a blue potion or a green potion?
I hope so. Because that's definitely not enough magic to finish this fight, I think.
And Koi doesn't have the lamp either, so we really don't have the magic for it. Alright, we're safe. We have a blue potion. One more silver arrow. Can we? Ooh, didn't quite get the torch lit. It's on taking a death, and that's for skewers into the pig. As soon as Immortal Koi crosses the worst enemy of the game, this 1x3 bridge, they will finish and first place on Restream and first place overall with the official race time GG time of 1 hour 22 minutes 35 seconds. Get those GGs in the chat.
Yeah, and that death by Hitsu, by the way, was to set up to keep that portal preservation going for as long as possible. So yes, we will see if we can get Koi in for a bit of an interview as we continue to watch Hitsu and GGW to see how they kind of approach the end of the seed. GGW into Meyer to finish up that, while Hitsu is working through. It looks like we're going to get that Pyramid Fairy check, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a return to pod for Hitsu at this point. I think that might be the last location. And
I
yes,
would have to
Koi
imagine
finished
so.
first overall tonight. So first of all the runners out of our field of 16. And this was quite a stacked field.
Yeah, what really made that separation there was finishing out that Palace of Darkness and getting that Ice Rod off of Green Pendant. Yeah, everyone else is still running right now that are being restreamed.
And everybody else who's not being restreamed. Unfortunately, that Green Pendant Ice Rod is definitely the major tripping point. And Hitsu actually taking another death to try to preserve that portal even longer.
Has Hitsuyan done the Bot Cave?
I don't think so, but is this also a play for Hera Basement?
That would be gross.
Yeah, I think this might be Hera Basement as well.
Yeah, we could definitely loop both of them in at the same time. We have GGW actually doing links to crossbow training here.
And it looks like we are now joined by the winner of tonight's restream, Immortal Koi. GG.
GG. Oh man, that was insane.
So obviously, I'm sure you know what the big difference is here.
I'm guessing a lot of people bailed after mitts.
So
Mirror,
actually, Hitsu and GGW at least, they got the mitts and then actually stayed in pod, but they save and quit right after Big Chest.
maybe? Oh. Yeah, I was like, I need Ice Rod and all the medallions. I don't know what, so I was just like, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah, and I think the other piece was, you still didn't have Kane of Samaria yet, having not done the back of Sahashral at that point.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm just going to mirror into Eastern, but I realized I didn't have mirrors, so I was like, I'll just do pod first.
Yeah, that's definitely the big deciding factor. You don't want to know what the logic of the seat wanted you to do. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Let's just leave it at the mirror was at Magic Bat, and your lamp was at Mimic Cave.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't find the mirror. That might have led people to other checks and maybe Swamp or something.
Yeah, we've seen actually full clears of Swamp. We saw the finish up of Skull Woods. We've got Hitsu now finishing up Tower of Hera. So, and that's where our bug net was.
In the basement or the big chest?
Yeah.
Big chest.
I was a little worried after finding Fire Rod after Hera. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Forget about Hera.
So, Koi, I do have to compliment, your running tonight. I did kind of see a lot of your running during the main tourney qualifiers, and you were one of the runners I remember running quite a few of them. Definitely one of the more prolific runners of qualifiers, and the improvement across the board from you really showed tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I felt like I was just executing well, and I was starting to get a little nervous whenever I didn't see anyone else was done. So that kind of gets to me sometimes. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So unfortunately, the beginning of the stream, we didn't get to see too much, but we did hear about the loaded Kakariko village.
Oh, yeah. Glove, hammer, flute. Yeah, flute was on library.
Yeah, we heard about all these different locations, just finding everything. So
Yeah, that was nice. I decided to do a Gina right after CAC and got Moon Pearl.
yeah, that was definitely a huge play. Out of our 3 restream runners, you were definitely the first to head over there. And we do see Hitsu heading over to the pedestal. We're gonna get a read of it. And it was just 3 bombs. So I'm guessing plans to run the qualifiers for SGL at this point, or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like running any tourneys or whatever. So definitely gonna try that.
So, what do you think of this modified capsule of boots, and especially going back to the old way of progressive bows?
I kind of like it. I mean, it seems to be. It seems like a more friendly than the main tourney, because you get the blue mail and you end up with silvers. I don't know. Like, if you have 2 bows, the logic can be weird. So I feel like maybe you end up with silvers more in this mode, but I'm not. I don't know. It's completely random. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Any consideration then on learning? Do you mimic clip at this point, or considering learning it for this?
I know with a bottle with a potion. Yeah, that's the only.
I guess the big question is the GT mimic clip if Pod and Eastern are both pendants.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
That is the nasty option, of course.
Yeah, I practiced that for a long time and I could not get it, so I might try it again. I was even trying. I was trying to practice it with frame. Like on the emulator, I was like pausing the frames and like I still couldn't figure out how to do it. But I might try it out again.
Your overall thoughts, having taken a few moments out of planting the seed of this seed.
Yeah, I think there was just a couple things that would have messed with people, like getting where the ice rod was, and also finding mirror. And I don't know. I felt like other than that, it was kind of straightforward. Would have been really nice if Ether was Meyer or TR, so I would have just done Meyer, and then it would have been a lot quicker. Wouldn't have to do another mountain climb. Yeah, other than that, it was like the medallions were really late, so that's kind of like something that makes people nervous.
Yeah, I think the lack of a mirror kind of steered our runners away from that location. And the fact that you were very close to that death warp kind of made it a little easier for you.
Yeah. Yeah, without mirror, there's a lot of annoying routing stuff. But
speaking of that, GGW did just get the green pendant.
Yep, and is going to pull that ice rod, and there we go. That is go mode for GGW. Meanwhile, Hitsu has been trying to maintain that portal for a GGW kind of abandoned the portal, but Hitsu's been trying to keep it and has done a good job, I think. But yeah, I mean, we are just about 12 minutes out from your finish, and we haven't had a single completion since then. So, congrats on the, as a lot of people are saying, the God route tonight.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the green pendant really mess with people. And mirror.
Honestly, I don't see how you know, if you skip that green pendant, you don't immediately also tend to skip every other, you know, or you go back to green pendant anytime.
Yeah, like if you're leaving Helma, that's something that you probably don't want to go back to until last location. Yeah, that sucks. Even clearing TR for Ice Rod and yeah. Yeah, I just felt like at that point, no medallions, no Ice Rod. It could be anywhere, so I might as well while I'm there.
We don't want to hold you unless you want to stick around for the rest of the race. You got any final words for us? As we watch the other runners find their green pendants and finish up the race.
No, that was a lot of fun, and I felt like I was executing good, and I like the mode, and yeah, it was cool. I feel good, and I'll probably I can stick around and chat with them when they're done too, or I'll just.
All right.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
All right. Yeah, thanks for volunteering too.
Thanks for you volunteering. We don't have a race without volunteers such as yourself.
Yeah, and the community to watch.
So we got Hitzion just getting their green pendant. GGW going to go kill a three-headed turtle. Yeah.
And Hitsu really sticking to that portal maintenance. At this point, I think Hitsu knows it's got to be on that green pendant and just has hard committed to this. So, gonna keep it.
I mean, at this point, I don't see why not keep it. Get that green pendant, flute back up the mountain, and go in the back door and kill a Tronex.
And Hitsu really sticking to it here. You know, I gotta think Hitsu's gonna be quite a bit frustrated on that one. That is a rough location for Ice Rod. But both he and GGW sticking this one out.
I know there was again some talk in the chat room about hey, we should have a double forfeit. I'm glad they're sticking it out, even with everything that this logic wanted you to do.
And here we go.
Going full left.
We might be getting that full left play. But there we go. Hitsu finally getting to pay off that that laser bridge portal.
one of the shots from the Samaria block got eaten by a mini Helma.
And GGW actually going with the Dark Magician strats here.
Haven't seen that in a while. But it's going to, I mean, it's going to pay out here, compared to going full left. As you know, your co-com, who is not a witch, predicted that it is in chest number 6.
Right, you're a warlock.
Exactly.
Important distinctions.
Dude, that's a nice full magic drop there for GGW. Now, one advantage that GGW will have is having both of those keys, and that mirror also. That spin on those red mimics always scares me if you release it too late. Or too early, rather. Oh, it's that it could eat the arrow. Oh, Hixion heading left as well. Will this be another Dark Magician play, or is this going to be full left?
I feel like we don't get a lot of full left plays, but you know, I think the key always with GT routing is just have a route that you're consistent to. Because honestly, no route is necessarily the best or the worst.
I mean, we don't call it the GT guessing game for nothing. GGW on a heart and a half here. But avoiding the fireballs and getting it just good. I'm gonna guess that GGW has a potion, hopefully.
Having to take it a little bit safe there just to avoid those guards. Unfortunately, not getting a good roll on those.
GGW does indeed have a blue potion. And with going with that Fallout strat, A, that's damage on the fall. B, if you get 1.0, you're dead as well.
Yeah.
Now, will GGW and Hixion have as good as an agonometry test as Immortal Koi did? So I believe Immortal had a 1, 2, 3 on theirs.
We get a double first pattern for GGW there, followed by another double. Two, 2, 1, 1 for GGW on Agate.
Will we see GGW mirroring try and get a... No, wait. Did GGW open up the Pyramid Fairy? I believe there's
Yes.
a blue potion in there.
I don't believe we're going to see that from GGW at this point.
So I'm guessing we're not going to see any cape strats from GGW. I stand corrected. But we are going to see the slash spam.
We're also seeing quite a different position from Ganon there. The
Yeah.
downward facing Ganon.
Nope, GGW does not get the torch glitch. Nice double, one more shot.
And there we go. There is all 4 silver arrows in. So just has to cross that bridge, and we'll be finishing up momentarily. And there we go. GGW finishing second on the restream and 4th overall with an official race time, that GG time of 1:45.43. Get those GGs in chat for GGW. Along the way, we had a 2nd and 3rd place finish overall tonight from Koi in 2nd and Fear Agent coming in 3rd place. Fear Agent was meant to be the 4th restreamed runner tonight. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we were not able to feature Fear Agent.
We are going to try and get GGW in here, but we are going to see Hitzion finish here as they're on their Ganon fight right now. Going with the dash strats. I love seeing this.
Yeah, this is always a really cool strat to see, as we are rated by Speed Gaming with a party of 81. Welcome, as we are in the closing moments of today's Link to the Past Randomizer daily race. It is the Speed Gaming Live 2021 mode. And I believe that is, we are now joined by Ganon's Gone Wild, GG.
Yeah, GG.
So, I don't know what to ask really here, except, how about that ice rod?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I mean, the thing is, like, so I'm looking for a medallion and an ice rod, and the medallion locks Mire. There's only 2 items in Mire, and there's only 1 item behind the ice rod. And the other thing is I didn't have the lamp, and so the laser bridge isn't even in logic, so that's like half the items in TR. So having it all be locked behind TR is just pretty silly. So that's why I just put it off basically forever. And then once somebody finished, honestly, I could have just metagamed and went straight to pod, but it'd be kind of cheesy because based on where the fire rod was, it seemed like it wasn't going to be Hera, and it was unlikely that anybody was going to be able to finish that seed, like, unless it was like literally just right on Laser Bridge or something. So, and it wasn't. So at some point I could have just I basically could have skipped Mire and like Pyramid and maybe a couple other things that I did before finally going into Pod. But
we also had a finish from Hitsuyan, third on our restream at a 1:48.11, 7th overall. We also had a 5th place from Sean Rhapsody and 6th from Vortex of Doom. And yes, we are also joined by Hitsu. GG's.
GG's.
GG's Hitsu. That was I'm guessing, how long did you put off TR for, Hitsu?
I don't know. I cleared Swamp and did every mirror check before.
Yeah, I think absolutely nothing left in the entire game, except maybe Hera Big Chest or something.
No, I also went back for that.
You did Hera Big Chest before TR?
No, I went TR without Ice Rod and did
Oh,
Hera
okay.
Big then and everything else.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Hitsu, you put on a show a bit with the portal preservation for Laser Bridge.
Yeah, I think I did 6 death warps.
We had the one outside of Mire, we had one outside of Skull, one outside of Pod, Spike Cave.
One outside of Pyramid,
Okay, Pyramid. Yep.
Yeah, I thought about doing that too, but I was
in
just too
Spy
lazy.
Cave.
Oh, and yep.
I'm just too lazy to do that. Like, is it even worth it when you do 6? Probably
I
still.
don't plan to do 6, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end I was thinking, okay, check pet now. I went to pet into Lumberjack because I don't check that at the start.
Did you do what was your GT route? I'm assuming you last located the GT big key.
No,
No?
I
Oh,
went
you
left and then right
okay.
after
Alright.
Stalfers.
You've seen the light of the DM route.
Yeah, after my map was completely gray, I said, okay, just do the normal route.
So I don't know if you guys have run this mode yet, or this is your first exposure on this one. Thoughts as we were kind of nearing the Speed Gaming Live tourney?
I haven't done any, and I was basically getting like the differences right before the race started. I don't know. It's basically just casual boots. I do think that I'm not a huge fan of the progressive bow, so it's nice that they brought back the old-fashioned bow and silvers thing. So that's nice. Other than that, it doesn't really feel super different than casual boots. So.
Yeah, for me it feels like every seat, right? Last location and let's go. No, I think the mode is good, also the settings for the tourney.
Yeah, definitely an interesting perspective always with these non-progressive bows. I personally came into the community after progressive bows became the thing, so I have not seen this alternate side. So it's definitely a new experience to kind of see this and see. Knowing both of you guys are definitely some of the more experienced runners to kind of get your perspective on this as well. I definitely have heard from a lot of older runners they prefer the non-progressive bows.
Yeah, I think the problem with the problem with the progressive bow is that you don't know when you find your bow whether or not that's the real bow or not. So you don't know whether or not pod and whatever is actually in logic yet. So it just makes it harder to figure out what's going on in the seed. Because I think the way that the generator actually works is there's one item in the there's one bow in the required item pool, and then they just put the other bow in like the nice to have item pool, and then they just like randomize everything. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, maybe somebody else knows, but I'm pretty sure that only one of them is actually logical, and the other one is just basically, it's like a sword. It works like, I'm guessing it probably works the same way as swords do. But I don't know. That's my understanding at least.
Yeah, before we actually went live, we were talking about with the bows, how we could have a bow in GT and possibly see mimic clips. Do y'all mimic clip at all, or learning mimic clip?
I mean, I can only do it with pause buffers, which is kind of slow, so I only would ever really do it in GT, but I've also never really had well, the only time I really do it in GT is when I run out of arrows, and then I can get through the first room pretty quickly with a mimic clip, but yeah, that's about it.
Since Hitsu finished up in 7th, we have had 2 more finishes. Cool Papa Bell in 8th place and Iron Gamer 4565 in 9th. So we still have some runners finishing up on this one. Definitely not the kindest location on that ice rod. Probably tripped up quite a few tonight. I guess, any other thoughts from any of our runners tonight?
GG to everyone. Thanks for doing comms and restreaming us.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, I can also say the same. GG's, everyone. Thanks for comms, restreaming, tracking, and for a nice rod.
Good old ice rod hunts. Yeah, much appreciated for the 3 of you. Being able to join us for a little bit of an interview and just volunteering to be restreamed tonight. I know this is always an adventure to be a part of, and we did read some of the pregame chatter in the race room, so much appreciated for you all to come out tonight on this one. So do make sure to give our runners a follow once again. Hitsuyan 1337, Ganon's Gone Wild, and Immortal Koi. Also, big shout outs to our tracker tonight, Arteril, who did all the tracking for all 3. And then, of course, my co-commentator, Mocha Jones. It has been a pleasure to work with you once again, sir.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to work with you, Rocco Stopper 99. Yeah, I got no final words. Do you want to go ahead and take us out here?
Sure. Just a reminder that, as always, there is plenty of speed gaming content across all of the speed gaming channels. There are many other tournaments going on. That raid that came over from Speed Gaming was, of course, coming over from the Link to the Past Super Metroid Combo Randomizer tournament, a hard co-op tournament. And of course, we do have more Link to the Past Randomizer daily races coming up the rest of this week. Tomorrow we have an F80 Keys, which is, as we talked about, that is one of the new modes for League this coming season. So that'll be 2 p.m. tomorrow. On Thursday at 9 p.m. we do have an open 7-7, and then on Friday at 11 p.m. we have Blitz mode. If you're unfamiliar with Blitz mode, you get a lot of starting items, and it's really a fast mode. So kind of keeping to our Fast Friday trend on this channel or on these daily races. And then, of course, on Sunday, we do have the Open Weekly, or the Sunday Open, that was brought back in the last couple of months. So every Sunday now at 5:30 Eastern Time, there is an Open 7-7 race. So definitely check those out. And of course, hope to see you all for those races coming up. But until next time, everybody have a great one. And, always keep it here at Speed Gaming.